Hey guys, I'm here for another review. The newest DC animated movie was released today on VOD. Batman The Long Halloween Part 1 is directed by Chris Palmer and stars Jensen Ackles as Batman. The voice cast also includes Naya Rivera, Duhamel, Billy Burke, Titus Welliver, David Dastmalchian, Troy Baker, Julia Nathanson, and Jack Quaid. The story is based on the comic book of the same name. The comic book is highly regarded by many readers. I read it a while ago, I know that, but I only remember bits and pieces of it, so this was fresh to me, and I didn't know any spoilers really going into this, and was just along for the ride. DC anime movies are always really good, though, so I was super excited for this. They're far better than the live action movies, at least. But DC still screws up sometimes with the animated adaptations. Like I was really disappointed by the Killing Joke animated movie, and hope the Long Halloween story was done right with this animated movie. For those of you who have not read the comic book, The Long Halloween, the story focuses on Batman trying to find this mystery killer who only kills on holidays. This animated movie creates a nice team dynamic between Batman, Commissioner Gordon, and Harvey Dent, who are all trying to catch this killer. Part one successfully lays the seeds of Harvey Dent becoming Two-Face in the future, and the movie even does a little fake out reveal of Harvey's face when you think it's turned and it's all mangled and burnt up, but really it's just natural. So it's already teasing that transformation of Harvey Dent into Two-Face and what he will become probably in part two of this series. The goal of any part one of a two-part series of movies is used to establish the necessary relationships these characters will have to have with each other. And this movie definitely does that. I love the introduction of Catwoman here, who looks very sexy as this cartoon character. All the cartoon animation is very well done, and you just get to see the full depth of these characters, and they look just like they do on the page of a comic book, too. And we're a plunge right in the middle of Batman chasing Catwoman with the first introduction. The chase is incredible with them jumping from roof to roof and climbing on clock towers, with different camera angles catching the view of the chase from all different angles. We also get some development of the relationship with Batman, almost falling and seeing the concern on Catwoman's face. From this one scene, we know that both characters care for one another very much and have established that this is a good relationship and they're not fighting over each other. They kind of want to work together. One benefit of being an animated movie in this DC world is all the cameos you can get throughout that aren't in the live action movies. And this movie is completely filled with a bunch of villain cameos throughout. We get to see Groody, who is might play a much bigger role in part two in the sewer. And there's also a scene with Calendar Man as well. And that scene had a vibe of Science of the Lambs with the Calendar Man locked up and Batman going to help to find out, going to him to, Batman goes to Calendar Man to help him find out who the killer is. And then stay around after the credits too for another villain cameo as well, which I almost missed. And for any Batman movie these days, it seems to have the Joker in it at some point. This anime movie is no different, and Joker plays a critical role in the storyline as well, so he has to be in this. But we see him escape from his cell to mess with Batman and try to kill the holiday killer because the Joker has to be the main focus of Batman's attention. These two play off well each other, and they need each other to live. They good versus evil, and I love the motivation that the Joker has on why he needs to find and kill this mystery killer who's taken away all the attention of Batman. Although I do wish Mark Hamill was still the Joker and voicing the Joker because he does such a great job. This Joker seemed to be missing the impact that Mark brings to the character, but it's still enjoyable and it's just a different take on him, and I can't wait to see where this dynamic of Batman versus the Joker goes in part two. But this movie is all about Batman and the growth of him starting to become a detective. By the end of the movie, we do not find out who the holiday killer is. which I expected because part 2 is coming out next month and that should be revealed there. It just leaves us with the cliffhanger of not knowing who it is, and we gotta wait that month to see this conclusion of this awesome story that was being told in this animated form. I'm so excited to see part 2 and see Batman's detective skills improving and finding this mysterious killer. This is definitely another hit for DC animated movie universe, and I give Batman The Long Halloween Part 1 an 80 out of 100. After Part 2 comes out, I'll have to combine the scores for both movies, but right now I think 80 will suffice. We'll see how Part 2 goes and if this 80 goes up even higher, maybe to a 90, or if it just drops down or stays right around 80. But let me know in the comments if you bought this DC animated movie on VOD and your thoughts of if you liked it, disliked it, what would you change? Or just comment with your favorite DC animated movie below too.